Well, howdy, Smashers. This is your Daily Smash for Thursday, November 21st, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Bobby. I'm Kelly's mom.
Thank you, Bobby, for taking care of Kelly this afternoon. She's upstairs. She's okay, but a week after I pulled something in my back, my lower back, she pulled something in her lower back, like exactly a week later.
That's true.
And she was in so much pain, like she couldn't even stand up. I had the same issue, but hers might be worse. So I did mine in the gym in an exercise class that was pretty aggressive. But we had already gone to the gym this morning, and then we went to Costco to get you some water.
Right.
Really, you're the reason why she got hurt herself.
I'm the reason why for 3 things that happened here, but I get it.
Be careful when you shake the table there. Shake
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So Bobby only drinks Fiji water, right?
I drink Fiji water, yes.
And we went to Costco to get the Fiji because it's cheaper there. I'm a Costco member. So Kelly, and I didn't even see her doing this. I'm looking one way and she reaches over and grabs a case of Fiji water, which I would have normally picked up. And she goes to put it in the cart and goes, oh! And drops down to the floor in Costco. And was there for a couple minutes. I couldn't even stand up.
But she had a problem at the gym, right? I mean, working out.
She didn't.
It was bothering her then.
It was.
A little bit.
I don't think she told me about hurting herself in the gym.
No, she didn't hurt herself in the gym.
But it was bothering her a little bit?
Yeah, it was bothering her a little bit.
Well, she said she had a disc issue in her back already.
Right.
But she's in great shape. I mean, it hasn't stopped her from crushing it in all those classes.
She's in phenomenal shape for her age, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Well, so are you.
No, not like, she's in great physical shape.
Before I forget, please subscribe here if you haven't yet. And if you think you're subscribed, just check and make sure, because a lot of people tell us they get unsubscribed without unsubscribing.
Hit that button.
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button, and then
exactly
you can hit the like button and the notification bell.
Right.
So I bring Kelly home from Costco. I unload the truck in a hurry. I have to run and get my hair cut. And she had an existing medical appointment for something else, and she couldn't go because she was in pain.
She had an appointment for a mammogram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ran off to get my hair cut. Bobby was here to look after Kelly. I come home, and you made a plan for her to go to the emergency room, right? Or she did.
Yeah. I said, let's go to the emergency room. You got to take care of this because you don't know. You're going to be going to Europe. Mm-hmm. She's going to be flying to Europe and being on that plane for 15 hours.
Right.
It's excruciating.
On Monday.
Right.
So for me, the recovery was a few days. And I'm like, today was the first day I felt really good. Yesterday, actually, I felt much better after I did a Pilates class, actually, and did a lot of stretching.
Right.
So I'm hopeful that if she stretches, she's going to be okay come Monday when we have to.
Well, what the doctor told her is she can't be laying in bed the whole time. Mm-hmm. She's gonna the best thing for her to do is move around. You know.
Yeah. So
no physical going to the gym or anything like that.
Right. Now you drove her to the hospital in my Mercedes. First and foremost, did you scratch it? Did you bump into anything? Is my car okay?
I'm very responsible. Number one.
Put your elbows on the table, please.
I'm very responsible. Very, very extremely. Like I'm driving right now like an old lady. Well, yeah. I'm old already, but I did well. I think.
How did it go when you got there? Because I haven't heard the story. Did someone help her out of the car? Did you help her out of the car?
I helped her out. I went and got the wheelchair because I know exactly what to do. Just go in there, park your car over there in the emergency area, and get the wheelchair. And I'm sorry, I don't know why. I know. I'm sorry.
So you got her in a chair.
I got her in a chair, wheeled her in. They did the vitals and all that stuff, and that was that,
Did they see her pretty quickly?
Oh, probably maybe an hour and a half. They're very fast there.
Yeah.
really quick at Hogue.
You were a registered nurse, or you still a registered nurse?
Yes.
You are still one?
No, not anymore. I don't work anymore.
But how does that work? Do you have to apply?
You have to apply
every year, or?
No, it wouldn't. When I haven't done it for forever and a day. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's
But you were the one who told me to go to the emergency room a couple of days ago because it seemed to be taking a long time to get better.
Right. It
But
did.
I didn't go, and the next day I felt so much better. Not that I don't know what they would have done.
Yeah.
Did they give her? They didn't give her an MRI, did they?
They didn't, because they only give it really an MRI if like from my age, if I had a stroke or anything like that, they'll take you in right away. It's like an 8-hour period before they take you in.
Oh, okay.
And so.
Well, I appreciate again.
Of course, I'm here. Of course.
When I talk about subscribing, I just want to share this email from Anilos, who said, "I swear I was subscribed before, and now when you said at the end subscribe, I looked and I wasn't. WTF? That's what happens. YouTube is unsubscribing people. I'm convinced of it." So,
wow.
I do want to say, because we got a lot of hate yesterday. A lot of people think it might have been from John Hill's camp. We got so many negative. And we usually don't. Usually we get 93, 95, 97% likes and a handful of negative comments. We got a whole slew of them. And so yesterday on our show, we were addressing a lot of that. And so many of you were like, please, no more negative. We don't want to hear the negative comments. Don't pay attention to the negative comments. You guys just do you. Don't worry about what people say. And I took it to heart. I told Kelly about it before she got hurt, and our plan now is to ignore the hate. We do like to once in a while read the nastiest of the nasty emails as a joke, but we're not going to dwell on the negativity anymore. That's a promise from me to you. Would you agree?
I agree. I totally agree. And we talked about it this morning, Kelly and I told her that she shouldn't just ignore it, because I read everybody else's podcast. Mm-hmm. Nobody is so mean and nasty like they are on your smash.
Well, I think
I'm telling you.
Every time he touches the table, you see what happens?
I'm sorry. I got a habit of doing that. I'm sorry.
I'm going to fire you as co-host.
Okay, go ahead.
But you don't see this kind of stuff on other shows?
No, not the hate that you guys get.
Well, I think it might have been as a result of some stuff that Kelly had said about. She's texting me right now. She knows we're doing this, but she's up there texting me like, "Oh, I like this couch, and I want this for the downstairs."
Oh my God!
We were at the new house earlier today. After the gym, before we went to Costco, we went to Home Depot to look at some stuff. But being in that house and just looking at what needs to be done, and then knowing what it's going to look like when it is done, very, very exciting.
Well, you know what I'm excited about?
What?
I'm taking a lot of stuff from here back to Arizona.
Are you now?
Yeah, absolutely. She's giving it to me.
Eric's getting a U-Haul?
Eric's getting a U-Haul. He's picking me up, and I'm taking a lot.
Julianne Principato said, "I happen to enjoy your cooking segment. Made the pasta last night with chicken cutlets. I had most of the ingredients in my refrigerator, and you were correct. It was simple, quick, and delicious. Please don't let the haters stop you from sharing recipes. People just need to stop being so negative. Love you guys."
She's an excellent cook. I don't know where she got it from. I mean, her father's a good cook too, Frank.
Yeah, Frank.
But she is phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate to be able to eat her food.
And she's got OCD on top of that. I mean, she's really particular about washing her hands and just...
Well, that was a big controversy yesterday.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Very focused smashers were under the impression she didn't wash her hands because I had edited out the part where she washed her hands. And it happened more than once. Because when I'm shooting what she's cooking. I'm not focused on her washing her hands. I didn't think that had to be part of cooking with Kelly, but from now on it will be.
Well, the thing of it I found funny was they said that she was licking her fingers.
Oh, yeah.
but she's not feeding anybody. She's at home,
Uh-huh.
tasting her own food.
Well,
I mean, that's totally different than getting out there and.
if I'm going to get sick from Kelly licking her fingers, then I'm going to get sick from.
I know,
from
right?
her. I mean, it's, right?
Exactly.
Ruth Sigala has the comment of the day. Ruth said, "This is the best morning show." Thank you, Ruth.
Yes, thank you,
Love
Ruth.
that. So, our plan was to recap the Beverly Hills premiere which was on.
I didn't see it though. I never saw it.
Tuesday night. Kelly and I watched it last night, and I would like to go through it, even though Kelly's not here.
Of course, go ahead.
I'm going to do the recap, and you can pipe in, even though you didn't watch it,
Okay.
with some observations, because I would like you to weigh in on stuff. The main thrust of I can't believe I'm doing this
Why?
because here I am recapping a Beverly Hills Housewives episode.
Well, you were married. You're married
A former housewife.
former housewife, so
So this season appears to be set up to make Dorit somehow, if not the villain, then the target of many of these ladies. Dorit is under fire as she announces that she and PK are separated. That was in the premiere. Erica Jane called it like 2 years ago. She said they would be the first to break up.
she did say that. I remember seeing that part.
Do you think she might have known something?
I think they all know something. Everybody that's in their little area right there know everything about what's going on. It's a given.
One of the other things that was interesting, I thought, was when they broke down how many times Dorit and Kyle actually had lunch or dinner together outside of the show, and they've been on the show together for years, and it leads you to believe, the show does, that those two are really tight. But on the show, they said it was less than 5 times that they've had a meal together.
I can say I was on the show with Kelly, and none of these girls are best friends. None of them hang out with each other. And that's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Erica's getting new furniture, turning over a new leaf. Garcelle is working on 2 films. Kelly made the observation, none of these housewives are married. I don't think there's any married housewife among the Beverly Hills housewives. I mean, there's 2 separated ones.
Right.
Is anyone married?
I don't think so.
So the housewives are not real housewives. The real housewives are not real housewives. But I gotta say, Garcelle is my new favorite because she has the guts to say whatever's on her mind. She doesn't tiptoe around Kyle or the others.
Well, good for her. I do like Garcelle.
Yeah.
I do.
Kyle was complaining later in the show about the pressure of paparazzi on her relationship, and with what's her name, Wade Morgan, or
Morgan Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Garcelle doesn't bat an eye because Kyle's blaming the paparazzi for the pressure that hurt her, and Garcelle just says the music video didn't help. Because she did a music video with her where they like basically making out. But the thing about this episode, and tell me if I'm wrong, I watched the scene where Kyle was like pouring her heart out 3 times. And I still did not hear her confirm that she was in a lesbian relationship, may actually be a lesbian at this point, likes women over men. I never heard her say it. She is so cagey and so protective. She doesn't answer questions. She doesn't offer anything about her life. And when stuff comes up, she acts like they're rude for even bringing up personal matters when the show is all about their personal lives.
Absolutely. 100%. It's about their lives. And they get deep down and dirty.
But they did this whole thing, and, I don't really care one way or the other, but why aren't you just saying what actually the truth is, what's really happening. If you're a real housewife, shouldn't you be real with the viewers about what your life is today and what went down with this country singer and what your future holds? Like, and just be more open about it. Like she said, I had to sit down and tell my kids. But she never said what she told her kids. And to me,
Well,
I don't know. I'm just kind of like, well, why wouldn't she at least just talk about what she talked about? Dorit, in every scene, when the subject of her separation came up, told someone that PK is an alcoholic.
well, he probably is.
Right. But that was her, she would say, yeah, PK and I are separating. He's an alcoholic. Like, okay, we all have issues. But PK, in a scene, said he's sober. And he had clarity. And he had new vision, newfound clarity. And that was why he wanted to separate from Dorit.
Hey, all these women, they'll go after anybody that's, if it's your ex-husband or whatever, and they do something dirty or whatever, they just come back and they bring it back on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Well, Kelly said it's like the Lonely Hearts Club. And all these women, without men.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
It is kind of sad, though, I mean, they go deep down, like I said, they go deep down dirty. They look for things in your marriage. They'll break up a marriage. Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact, and they do that.
Yeah. They at one point showed Dorit and Erica getting glam, and Kelly was like, their burn rate is so high. They're spending so much to be on that show.
Oh yeah, it's very, very expensive. Very expensive.
Mm-hmm. Clothes, jewelry, makeup, hair. Kelly says Bravo is not paying for the hair and makeup when they sit there and they show them.
They don't do anything like that. Mm-mm.
So you would think they, like Erica, for example, and Dorit, if she's now separated, like they should be protecting their income and maybe doing their own makeup and hair. Like, why not?
Well, I'm sure, the makeup and the hair, I know when they did me, I think for myself, I don't care, I don't like the way they do the makeup. That's just me. Some of them are very, very talented, mm-hmm. and some of them are not.
And what didn't you like about it?
I didn't care for her.
Too theatrical?
Yeah.
They'll overdo it.
They'll overdo it, yeah.
Yeah. It struck me with how Kyle was dancing around and everything. I thought it was a very good episode. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Is Kyle back with Mauricio?
No. They are not back together.
Wow.
At first they were living under the same roof, but I think he had then moved out. I think as the show begins, he's now living somewhere else. He moved out, and then one of her daughters moved out. Right. So it was just her and one daughter, I think, now in that house. But anyway, Kelly said she gave it a 9.5 out of 10. A 9 or a 9.5. And I was like, you know what? No, she said a 9, and I said 9.5. I was like, this is really entertaining and compelling, and it held my interest.
The one I like is Salt Lake City.
Yeah?
Man, that is so good. Better than Jersey, better than OC, better than... I haven't seen Beverly Hills, but that, to me, hands down, is the best.
Well, today, Kelly was in the sickbed watching Salt Lake.
Did she like it?
I don't know. I didn't talk to her about it.
Oh.
She's a little out of it, and asked me to ask you to do this show. So here we are. And she's still texting me.
Oh, my God.
Before we go, I'm going to do an In the News.
In the news.
There you go. Did you watch the Tyson Jake Paul fight?
I did not. And boxing is my sport. I love it. I like it better than baseball, basketball, football. But boxing, I like that contact sport.
Yeah, well, I do too, except when it's not real.
Yeah.
And if you thought that fight was rigged, if it looked bad and smelled funny, you're probably right. NFL Hall of Famer Michael Irvin says the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight was manipulated before the event.
Wow.
During an appearance on a podcast, Irvin claimed he heard people talking about a contract between the fighters containing a clause that Tyson could not utilize his famous uppercut and that both fighters could not go all out in the ring.
Oh my goodness.
That fight was a lie, said Irvin, who sat in the second row behind Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and President-elect Donald Trump. Everybody's lying. They had no intentions to really strap it on. If you look through that, I didn't see one patented uppercut by Mike Tyson. What did Mike Tyson win on? The uppercut. Then I heard some people talking about they couldn't put that in the contract. He couldn't body and then uppercut. Like, how can you put that in a fight contract? You got all these people out here, and he couldn't body him and do that patented uppercut? Mike Tyson is not Mike Tyson anyway, and now you're taking away Mike Tyson's best gift. That's a big lie to me, Irvin said. That's like making me play a game without running a slant route in the deep end or the deep out. You do what you do best. If they take that away, you ain't that dude anymore, and they took that away. And he's not the only one who said something. On Monday, DJ Woo Kid claimed in a separate video that he spoke to Paul at an after party, and the famous DJ and SiriusXM host said that Paul and Tyson legally could not go at each other hard. The rules were they got to chill. That's what I heard. Tyson landed 18 punches out of 97. Paul connected on 78 out of 278 punches. I'm happy he got every dime or whatever it is. I want him to get his money. I just want him to free the beast, Irvin said. The article I read yesterday about the fight suggested that lawsuits could be filed because people wagered a lot of money on this fight, and some people wagered a lot of money.
But wages could be filed against who?
Well, they could file them against Netflix, whoever the boxing promoters were, maybe against the boxers themselves, because if it was a farce, if they were both told to lay off and don't hit each other too hard and don't knock each other out, make sure it goes 8 rounds, everyone who bet on a knockout was duped. They were robbed of any chance to win because the fighters allegedly had agreed not to knock each other out.
Wow.
But if you're going to take bets on knockouts, and then with the knowledge, or even if they didn't know, if the organizers were adamant that there can't be a knockout,
right,
then those people are liable. The casinos could be liable. The promoters could be liable. The boxers could be liable because they participated in a scam. This, in essence, was a scam.
Well, if they sue, ching ching.
I want my $400 back.
There you go.
I will take part in a class action lawsuit. Just call me or text me. Message me here at The Daily Smash on YouTube. Subscribe again, please, if you haven't yet. And I forgot to mention at the top, we will be live on Friday. The Rick and Kelly Show, The Daily Smash, will be live on YouTube right here, Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So we hope you guys will come back and join us tomorrow morning, Friday morning.
You guys hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome.
See you guys. Hey guys, it's Rick and Kelly with our favorite product, Soul Life Mineral Supplements. These are organic, all natural, vegan, and highly absorbable.
You guys, I have autoimmune disease, and these changed my life. I've never felt better. I never looked better. After taking these, my synthroid went down in a third. I showed everybody my blood work. This is what you need to feel better.
Your nails will grow faster, your hair will be thicker, your body will recover faster from workouts. The magnesium will help you at night for a good night's sleep. Get your Soul Life. You're probably getting vitamins, but you're probably not getting the minerals you need.
Look, I just got my hair colored. Look how much growth. Look at my hair, my nails, my skin. Everything is running.
Get your double discount, SoulLife.com.